Dr. Rohini ji, Dr. Raju ji, all the faculty members and students of pharmacy. I do not know how did you create this confusion in yourself by underestimating that you are simply counted as a crowd. I consider you to be, let me say, one of the best departments of this university, and in fact that goes without saying also. Right, so, and you are and you will continue to be because of certain factors. In the making of every department, there are certain factors that matter. Number one, the students. Number two, the teaching fraternity. And number three, of course, the infrastructure that is available in the department. Now, you may be lacking in point number three, but as far as the first two are concerned, you are excellent. And as Adminji rightly said in the beginning, in due course of time, that is also going to be fulfilled. Because there are a lot of things, although we try to do it at the earliest possible. But you see, when you look at the university, there are certain things, despite your own will, you cannot do it. So this is what is happening with me. Despite my will, I have not been able to do what I wanted to at this point. But I'm very sure it is taking time, but sometimes taking time is for betterment. So this is all about what the problems were, what your underestimation was. Now coming to the week, I would like to congratulate each one of you, including the faculty members, the coordinator, and in fact Rajuji also, because indirectly he forms a part of this department. So you keep doing certain activities which keep, I would say, the university moving. This is what even the newspapers have started telling us, that now the university is moving. And I'm very sure that it is you, the students, who have given the wheels to it. And that is why it is moving. The teacher and the leader, like me, we can make efforts, but the students, if they are stagnant, they are not willing to move, nothing can happen. And therefore, I was very glad when I was looking at the performances and the activities which took place during the whole day, the whole week. And therefore, accept my congratulations. And for that, I tell you, each one was one of the best activities that was conducted here. Now, the theme that was chosen, that was very well chosen. Not only this, the way it was exhibited in the Rangoli and Mehndi Pratiyogita, that was equally good. Because ingraining the theme into these Pratiyogitas, these manual crafts, is very difficult. But you did it, because when I was looking in the glimpses, I could visualize how much effort must have gone into the making of it. And I do hope that you could keep it up in future also. Dear friends, when we talk about pharmacy, pharmacy is not simply a profession. This is what I have realized over the years. It is a dharma. And when we talk about the dharma, now when we talk about our Ayurveda, now pharmacy and medicine will not go ahead unless pharmacy takes place. And therefore the role of a pharmacist becomes more vital. even than that of a medical practitioner. If you go abroad, you must be aware of it, that the doctor simply diagnoses the problem. It is the pharmacist who prescribes the medicine. Go to any country, and therefore the profession of pharma is in very much demand in the other countries. Now, India was a unique country in the sense that we did have the Ayurveda system. And Ayurveda system would work on the identification or the proper balancing of the humors in the body. Now they would say that if these humors are not properly balanced, and humor does not mean hardship. Humor, sadness is also a humor. I will not explain it in detail, but then this is what our Ayurveda, the basic principle was, that if there is a balance of all the four humors in the body, nothing will go wrong. But if that humor gets imbalanced, then all the imbalances will arise in the body as well. And I tell you, it is on this very principle that the pharmacy works. Although still we are working on the aligned, borrowed notions which we have imported from the West, but by and by, we are also trying to incorporate our own fundamentals. And I tell you, they are more effective than the things that we import from the West. The only thing is that our own thing, because they aim at complete eradication of the problem, so they take more time. Otherwise, our own things are more effective than the things that we import from the West. Sometimes I say, of course, mockingly, that West, W-E-S-T, has become a West. Or if it has not become a West, it is going to become a West very soon. W-A-S-T-E. Right? But then, you see, when we talk about this analogy, we also need to think about the alternative. And therefore, hear from these departments that a debate regarding the evolution of the alternative must initiate. What are the alternatives that we can have? This thing we borrowed from the West, which is not properly applicable to my climatic conditions. So what is the alternative? Somebody said that you need to eat only 6 grams salt in a day. Is that applicable to my climate also? And if it is not, what is the alternative? We need to, what I'm trying to illustrate is the point that it is from the department like this that the debate for the alternative must initiate. Unless we initiate that debate and simply do the teaching, you will get the degree, but then you will not be able to develop your research temperament. And unless we develop the research temperament from the West, which is not properly applicable to my climatic conditions. So what is the alternative? Somebody said that you need to eat only 6 grams salt in a day. Is that applicable to my climate also? And if it is not, what is the alternative? We need to, what I'm trying to illustrate is the point that it is from the department like this that the debate for the alternative must initiate. Unless we initiate that debate and simply do the teaching, you will get the degree, but then you will not be able to develop your research temperament. And unless we develop the research temperament, we will not be able to make, let me say, a better contribution for the elevation of the lot of humanity. It doesn't mean that you are not doing, you are doing. No doubt about it. But then more efforts in the field of the evolution of alternative is needed so that we can become, we are, but then we will become a leading department. Of course, I know that there are problems, faculty, permanent faculty and all that. But despite all the odds, we are doing so well. And when we take up the research in this form in which I have talked about, I do not know, because I'm talking about like a layman. But then this is what I keep hearing, that in every field now, we need to evolve the alternatives, and therein lies the success of our curriculum, teaching, pedagogy, modus operandi, and modus vivendi. Thank you so much. I'm happy that I joined you and could enjoy this very beautiful project. Thank you so much and congratulations. Namaste.